Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 7. Listen, I'm just so giddy because the reads were endless, okay? They were endless. It's always a good time when a mean girl gets exactly what she deserves. You know, we just have to give Wendy a round of applause. Round of applause. Encore. Encore. Let's get into it, shall we? That was in my Roxanne voice. Shout out to For It's Rocks. All right, so the ladies, they are getting ready for breakfast. We got the girls over there in the servants' quarters over there at the cottage. They are trying to get their golf cart to work so they can head on over to the estate for breakfast. Wendy took Karen's advice. We see she done completely changed, because I was thinking, wait, is this a new day? Did we miss breakfast and it's time for the pool? No, sis just went on back and changed because she know what it is. You know, I guess she had to remember who she was, you know? Got to remember who the fuck I am. I ain't covering up for these hoes. So Wendy took Karen's advice and changed. And she snatched in her bathing suit. Snatched. Okay? Snatched. I don't know if I can do the whole high cut crotch panty line type thing. Not the way I'm set up. The way I'm set up, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Anyway, the rest of the ladies at the estate, they have already, you know, they're digging into their breakfast. Mia fills in the table, you know, that she had been texting Karen the night before, and she let Giselle know that morning, you know, what she and Karen were discussing. I ain't like that, because for one, again, whose friend are you? Who does she belong to? Because you can't be my friend and I'm confiding in you and texting you, you know, the night before about how somebody else in the group might have made me feel, and you going back to said individual and telling them, you know, because was you telling her like to say maybe you could have done things different, or were you just trying to gossip and be messy? I feel like it's the latter. Anyway, she tells him that Karen felt the way, you know, about being called a troll, among other things. And Giselle, you know, she don't care. Screw Karen up the butt. That's how she feels about that. She's so classy. Anyway, the ladies, of course, get to the house. So, you know, now they have to, you know, quiet up. They coming. So the other ladies arrive at the house. And, of course, immediately Robin and Giselle go off to the side. Everybody like, well, where they going? She says she got to talk to Robin. She got to talk to her friend. We gonna just wrap this up. So Robin's depressed. We already know that. Robin is unmotivated, and she's not, you know, she's not being the best mom. She's not being the best soon-to-be wife. I mean, she's been playing the role all this time, but she's not being the best you know, mother figure in her home. She's just not doing what needs to be done. You know, she needs to go see somebody, but I guess she don't have the motivation to do that either. She shares with Giselle that she's, you know, she feels like she might have PTSD from a previous situation. We all, you know what happened between she and a friend of her and Juan's, you know, took them for everything they got. And so she got PTSD and she ain't trying to go down that road again. So she's, you know, moving slow. She's like dragging her feet on everything she needs to do as far as these hats go and getting them into stores, you know, whatever. Giselle tells her, you cannot have your find husband find. That's how Eden say find. Anything with an N-E on the end, she gonna put that D. You cannot have your find husband, you know, telling you that he finds you unattractive. Now, Giselle, watch that. Watch that. It was enough to just say, you can't have your husband out here finding you unattractive. The fact that you added that, your fine husband, lets me know you looking at my man. And no, we're not doing that. Can't have that. Won't have that. But the lady say she done got calls from Macy's, done left them on red. Got calls from TJ Maxx, done left them on red. And if so, yeah, girl, you need to see somebody, because something, you done bumped your head. Something is wrong with you. Those sound like some good deals to me. I don't know whether, you know, the paperwork checks out, or, you know, I don't know about all of that, but Macy's call, you answer. TJ Maxx call, you answer. Hell, Ross call. Lady, you need to be picking up the line. Robin says she's going to get it together. She's going to get it together. Back in the house, it seems as if Karen is trying to like pull Candace into, her, let's hate on Giselle train. And Candace gives her one of these, like, girl, I don't trust you. I'm not about to gossip with you, with the likes of you, so it can be ran around the group or, backfire on her in some kind of way. So she don't even bite the bait because Karen, she starts, nitpicking at Giselle and, what Giselle might have said or whatever. And she tells her that she doesn't appreciate the way Giselle, just inserted herself into that lady's marital affairs and what she and Chris have going on as far as him being her manager. And Candace is just like, well, I've just come to realize that Giselle just lacks a little bit. She lacks tact, She really don't know how to act. And so we just gonna charge it to that, and it is what it is. So yeah, she ain't bite the bait. Good job, Candace. Good job. Don't let nobody in that group do that to you, because that's the quickest way for somebody to be saying, but Candace said, but you said, see, nah. You're not gonna drag me into the gossip. I'm not doing it. Okay, Giselle, she's in charge of water aerobics, and so they're gonna do that. She says that she's incorporated swimming into her routine, and so that's what has her snatched, and she wants to share the knowledge with the girls. The ladies, everybody participates, all but Karen and Mia. They sitting on the side while they're swimming. Ashley arrives, and she says that, last year leaving Dean was out of the question. This year, being, a mommy of two, is bye. But listen, that wasn't me with my first baby. TJ was born, and I feel like maybe like 6 weeks later, maybe something like that, me and Tim was in the mountains. and that was for our anniversary. Listen, we gonna celebrate our anniversary. F them kids. Only real parents, only the good parents get that joke. If you suck, you don't get it, and you probably mean that in like a literal way. We parents who doing what we supposed to do, we get it. It's F them kids, okay? Because when it's time for mommy and daddy, that's what it's time for. It's time for mommy and daddy. We're not dragging kids on trips. We're not dragging kids where kids don't need to be. Listen, I really got on the soapbox, didn't I? Oh, well. Okay, so she sits down with Mia and Karen. And, Karen, of course, got to fill her in on what happened. She says that Giselle was so aggressive towards her, and she was the brunt of all the aggression, but Giselle had it for everybody. She had it for Robin. She had it for anybody could get it yesterday. And, of course, Ashley, oh my goodness, no, not my friend. I'm going to have to talk to her. I can't believe she would act like that. No, not Giselle. Girl, yes, Giselle. Whatever, girl. Karen's still talking about Giselle owe her kids an apology. Now, Karen, you dragging this. You really dragging this. Nobody's believing. Listen, that's not what that lady meant. We don't even like Giselle like that, but I ain't finna let you keep putting that on her. That lady did not wish your husband death, okay? She did it. You just gonna have to stop that. Okay, Giselle then goes, everybody goes back in the house. Giselle gives Ashley a tour of the house while the ladies are kind of doing their own thing. And, they sit down. And, of course, now Giselle has to give her version of the events. And she tells Ashley like a watered down version. It's very much, we were just talking. I didn't understand why, she was getting defensive. Like, we were just talking. It's always, we was just talking. It's always, this is out of concern. We're just checking on you. There's no ill will intent. We're just talking. And that is all a bunch of bullshit. Like, y'all are gaslighting that woman at this point. Or no, you gaslighting us all, because ain't nobody buying this whole we just talking, we just trying to we're just trying to get to the bottom of it. We're just no, you're messy and you're petty, and that's what that is, and you're mean. That's what that is. So let's just not. They talk. Ashley, agrees that Wendy, has changed, and she gave us Professor last year. She was, very It was heavy on the professor last year. And now, things have changed. She feels like maybe there is something there. Now we're bringing up the rumor again, and that they don't believe, the rumor that they don't believe is true, that they just keep perpetuating, all around town. So I don't believe that you don't believe it, because it sounds to me like you believe it. You're giving it life. So you believe it. Ashley, she thinks that there's a deeper rooted issue. I just, I don't understand. I don't understand why y'all care so much. Why anybody would care this much. I could see if she decided that, she was going to go be a sex worker, or she came back and she worked down at the strip club, or she came back and all of a sudden, she wanted to, flaunt her puss all around town. Like, it's not that deep. A little cleavage, I guess the whole high cut bodysuit look that she got from Zara, I guess that was a bit too much for them. A thong, maybe they felt like that was a bit too much, too revealing. But whatever. Again, why do you care? Why worry about if your daughter coming out like that? Worry about that. Okay, the ladies, they head to lunch, and Robin will be joining them shortly because she's still working. Ashley gets, the shit going. She wants to know, I need clarification on what happened. What came back to me was that Giselle, drugged everybody. So, what really went on, Giselle, takes that moment to ask Wendy if they're good. And then Wendy explains, where she felt offended. It was the I lack substance this year that offended me. That's where we, part ways. Because she ain't like that comment. And she's just like, she felt body shame. Here go Giselle. I never said that. I never said. She's always she don't want nobody to be defensive towards her, but she's very defensive when she's called out on her bullshit. Whether you said the words, I'm body shaming you or not, you are definitely body shaming her. It's the fact that she got surgery and is feeling herself that you don't like. And so yes, it's body shaming, because what you want is for her to cover up the new body. Because if she was doing that, there would be no conversation about her body or none of that. Y'all, it's the fact that she's flaunting it, and y'all got a problem with it. You're mad. She decides to say, she's like, well, I never body shamed you. But if you feel, that way, if you felt like I offended you, my bad. Girl, fuck you. I'm just tired. Giselle. I'm tired. Ashley asked, well, did you cry about it? Because, Karen said that you were crying. And she said, yeah, I did. But, Karen poured into me. She poured into me. And then she looks over there at Karen, and, it's one of them sister-to-sister moments. And, of course, Giselle rolling her eyes again because she's a hater. Talking about, the Candace and Karen used to have this same mommy dearest, dynamic. And so good luck with that. Nah, don't nobody want to be on y'all's team either. Y'all, you and Robin ain't really, Issa Rae and Molly. You want to hang with Issa and Molly, but Robin and Giselle, no, those aren't the girls, not at all. Mia, if Flip Flop was a person, I'm so confused by whose side she's on. Not that she has to pick a side, because she can be neutral, especially being somebody that is coming into the fold that hasn't been around, that shouldn't really know what's going on. And so I could get that, but it's just she chimes in at the most craziest times. Oh yeah, I have to agree with that. Oh, I have to defend Giselle here. Oh, I'm gonna defend Karen. Oh, I'm gonna defend Ashley. Oh, she just defending everybody. Wendy was like, girl, you love a defense. And she does, because she's always chiming in. I have to agree that I'm confused. We're all confused. We're all confused by Mia and her position. She don't know whose side she want to be on. She on everybody's side. They talk, they fill Robin in on what's been going on or whatever. And Wendy's basically like, this is why people don't talk about their plastic surgeries, because all it is. All it is why. Of course, Giselle, I'm just not going to say nothing to you. Robin, we're just not going to bring up our observations anymore. Okay. Y'all act like y'all, like sticking it to her. No, you're doing her a favor. Please don't ask me nothing else. Please don't ask me nothing else. Okay, concerning my body, why I got my body done. Don't worry about it. And Ashley wants to say, it's not that. She chiming in too. It's not that. And it's like, now, if Wendy said that's what it is and that's how y'all made that, that's how they made her feel, then that's what it is. You don't get to come in having not been there for the conversation and just tell her that she's getting it all wrong. No, she got it right. She got it right, Ashley. Girl, shut up. She always doing that. Who asked you to talk? Candace talking about who asked you and your forehead to jump in this conversation? Candace's confessionals are like gold, okay? Sis is quick with the wit. I love it. Anyway, they kind of, drop the subject or whatever. And Giselle, she and Ashley kind of step away. Oh, Mia, by the way, I meant to say this about her. Because she chimes in again, trying to be in defense of Giselle or whoever. And Wendy is like, now, you got a whole lot going on in your past, and I ain't never judged you once for being a stripper. I was never a stripper. This is Mia. I was never a stripper. I was an entertainer at a 5-star restaurant where we served lobster and steak. Okay. If that's what you're going with, okay. She's making me think she worked at like a place, like if you're familiar with Atlanta, then you know what Cheetah's is. And Cheetah's is kind of the highbrow type of strip club, like it's giving very much, this, on top of the table, none of that P-Valley kind of stripping, none of that. Very much, it ain't a topless bar, men go in there and do business deals, get you a little plate of wings or something. It is very high end, I feel like that's the kind of strip club she worked at because it's still a strip club. So she can relax. And she's already told us that she did strip, and that's when she met her husband. So girl, whatever. All right, the ladies go back to the house. They get back, for whiskey tasting. They all get a flight of whiskey. Robin decides to down all of hers at once. And so her drunk ass is ready to drink. And see, that's what y'all need. Y'all need to be pulling Robin to the side. Let's drag Robin. Well, maybe not necessarily drag her because she is going through. But we need to spend more time talking about Robin and her mental health and why she ain't waking her kids up for school, why she ain't making breakfast in the morning, why she ain't getting up till 2 p.m. Like, that's what we need to drag. That's what we should, hone in on. Not Wendy, feeling herself. Please. I mean, everybody's priorities is just all messed up. Just gonna beat a dead horse. Leave that lady alone. Anyway, Ashley and Giselle decide that they, Ashley should be the one to reiterate it again, to rehash it some more, to beat the dead horse because she's not, being receptive here in front of the group. And so Ashley and Giselle feel like it should be Ashley. It would, be best that she come to her with it because she's been through it. She can be empathetic to it, whatever. All right, so they're back at the house, whatever, and Ashley, takes a minute. Wendy, I'm about to go. Do you mind stepping outside to talk to me right quick? And Wendy is like, oh, girl, shit, what is it, Ashley? I just want to talk to you outside. I just want to talk to you away from the group. All right, girl, whatever. So they go out there, and Ashley tries to dress up all this bullshit in a bow. Me and Giselle, we were talking, and things, it's been, the situation, the article that came out about your husband, about Eddie cheating, as soon as she heard that, Wendy was looking at her like, bitch, what? Are you really bringing this to me? Wendy's like, let me stop you right there. Because I already know who the culprit is. That damn Giselle, because if Giselle really wanted to talk, if she really wanted to get down to the bottom of it all, if she was really my friend, she would be out here talking to me and not you. Girl, go away. Go away from me with this. Wendy just basically dismisses her. Like, this says a lot about y'all's character. I'm just gonna go on back in the house. So she go back inside and clears the entire room. I mean, cleared it. Okay. I couldn't even get down all the reads because there were so many. I mean, she read that lady down. Giselle, I'm speaking of. Giselle and Robin. Robin drunk ass tries to chime in and, of course, like she always do, trying to defend Giselle. And it's just like, girl, pipe down. Wendy told her to go eat a cracker with your drunk ass, with your whiskey breath. Go fuck yourself. And then Robin, so classy. Oh, yeah, myself. Girl. But I'm the one acting different, and I'm the one that don't have no class or no substance. But you laid up like this with your drunk ass, Robin. All on the TV where your kids can see you. But Wendy got a problem. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. I mean, she reads them and goes to the bathroom to freshen up lip gloss, comes back and puts their ass on notice. Let me put your ass on notice, okay? Don't come from my family. Don't come from my husband. Don't do it. We ain't like, F these cameras, I will drag your ass all up and down Potomac. Can you fight, Giselle? Because that's what's about to happen. Can you fight? Girl. And she couldn't do nothing but sit there. Giselle feels like when she sits there and just lets you talk, that she won. No, you didn't win. She drug your ass. She cleared your ass. That's why you're speechless. And that's just that. You're not the bigger person. You don't have the upper hand because you had no words. She left you with no words. So, I mean, that's just that. Come on, Wendy. That's where we end out with Wendy, clearing the room, finish her, she did what she's supposed to do. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. I feel like Wendy said everything that everybody has ever commented as it relates to Giselle and Robin and their bullshit. So good for you, Wendy. Good for you. That's where we end out, and I can't wait. I can't wait to come back on Sunday for the next episode, because it's just gonna get better and better and better. I'm waiting on the episode where Mia, are they still on the trip when Mia pick up a handful of salad and throw it at Candace? Because I want to see that. I'm waiting to see that. Anyway, guys, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.